Hey everyone, welcome to Virtual Veg Fest Live on Sunday. Yes, we like doing Sundays. Actually, kind of like it better than Saturdays because I get my Saturday to do something else. Well, here we are, and thank you to the Plant Based Network. I'm sorry, the Plant Based Network for being our partner in Virtual Veg Fest. And our Pass the Buck campaign for November is to donate to the Pig Preserve, which you can do by going to virtualvegfest.com. We have it right there. You just click the link and you can go and you can donate. For every dollar that you donate, we'll enter you into a contest to win a prize pack from Orgain this month, I think it is. And if you like the Virtual Veg Fest social media, right, subscribe to YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. You'll be entered to win a prize pack from Follow Your Heart, Crafters Organics, and Hodo Foods, which is really neat. And thanks to them for supporting us and making donations monthly so that you can win prizes. Today, we're calling all the singles, everyone who is looking for love, and you want to find that with the probably perfect matchmaker that you can. We have Karen from Find Veg Love. And which is pretty cool because going backwards to when I first started this, she was like the first person that came on live. And it was terrible because on my end she couldn't hear me. So she just did all the talking and I just kind of hung out in my chaise. So this is almost like a makeup. So we're going to bring her on and we're going to have a contest. Just so you know, she has a Zoom hangout right after this at 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. It's Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time. I can't get that in my head. And you could possibly win entry to that for free, which is really neat. And we're going to figure out how you're going to do that. But before we even start, make sure you go to Find Veg Love, the group, and like it. That might be one of the ways that you can win. So if you have any questions, you have any comments, put them in a little box. We will definitely get to them. And let me unmute Karen and bring her on. Hello, how are you?
Hey, thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. And if everyone doesn't know, we're international because you're in Canada, which is great. I know you're having great weather today, just like we are. It was 77 degrees here today. How was it there?
Oh, it was amazing. I literally spent the whole day outside.
That is wonderful. Oh my goodness. Of course, like normally the dogs give me a little bit of a breather and they're starting out. So, but let's kind of start with you sharing who you are and what you do so that everyone knows like why are you the perfect matchmaker for all those veg singles out there?
Yeah, so my name is Karen, also known as Vegan Cupid. I've been vegan for almost 16 years now. And for the last 9 years, I've been helping vegan singles connect with each other. Yeah, over 9 years. I know I can hardly believe that it's been that long. I got started with this with the veg speed date events that I hosted all over USA and Canada. I did that for many, many years. And then I retired from doing those events about a year and a half ago. And then I started focusing on matchmaking and coaching. And it's been an amazing journey. And I absolutely love my work. I love my clients. I love love.
You love. That's awesome. So, can you share more about like how someone can be part of your matchmaking?
Yeah, so when I started, I was doing a lot of one-on-one matchmaking for my clients, but then I got more into doing these programs. So right now I have a 10-week program, and the idea with the program is that I'm teaching you how to be your own matchmaker because I believe that everyone has already has what they need to be their own matchmaker. They just need to bring it out, right? So what I mean by that is, you have, as long as you're willing to put in the time and the work and the effort into finding love, you will find love, right? So it all starts 100% with your mindset. And for me, it's so important to start, if you want to find love, it all starts with you. So doing the deep inner work, loving yourself, like truly loving yourself, being happy and confident and wanting to share life with someone, not needing to share life with someone, right? So that's why for me, the matchmaking I can do with my eyes closed. Really, I have a database. I know a lot of vegan singles, but for me, it's so much more. It's so much more than that. So my goal is to transform lives, is to give my clients a new perspective on how to look at love, dating, and relationships, right? A lot of people have done the online dating thing, and unfortunately it has not worked for them because it's extremely hard to find vegans on there, right? And so I give my clients an alternative to the dating apps. And so I give them hope and I show them that it is absolutely possible to find a vegan partner. Yes, it's hard. The pool is small, but it's not impossible.
That's true. The pool, it's hard no matter what you're looking for. I mean, dating is it's another job to find the right person and to not settle for just anybody because then you're just miserable as a couple.
Yeah, and again, in order to have that happy and healthy relationship, it starts with you. So it really it's so important to do the work and be in a great place before you start seeking love, right? And so that's why I put such a big emphasis. And so when my clients are ready, and my program is called Ready for Love, once they are ready for love, after they've done all the work, after they get more clarity, they have a better understanding of who they are and what partner they are better suited for, then that's where I come in and do my matchmaking magic, right? So I give them opportunities to find love, opportunities that they would not be able to get on their own. So, and I have all kinds of fun ways to do that. And the Zoom Hangouts are one of them. So, yeah, the Zoom Hangouts, like they literally, I started hosting them because of COVID.
Yeah.
And so I never thought that, in November I would still be hosting them. But you know what? Like I realized, and a lot of people realize, that this is such a fantastic way to be at home, not wearing a mask, not going outside and having to worry about getting COVID, and meeting a bunch of vegan singles from the comfort of your house. It's like you can't get that anywhere else, right? And so, we all know that just because someone is vegan, it doesn't mean that they're perfect for you. It's so much more than that.
Yeah.
So that's why every Zoom hangout that I do has a different theme, and it's to unite people together beyond just being vegan and single. So tonight, for example, I'm doing one for sci-fi nerds, and the way that I get these ideas for doing these hangouts is by my clients. So I have a couple of clients who are total sci-fi nerds. You want to meet other women who are into sci-fi. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to do one for you. Later this month, I have one for child-free vegans. Again, I have a client who got a vasectomy. He doesn't want kids. He will never have kids. He wants to meet women who are on the same page as him. So I'm doing that. So again, it's like I do 2 to 3 per month, all different themes, all with the like goal of connecting people together. And they are so much fun. Like I love hosting them. They are on weekends. I'm taking time away. I'm supposed to be taking weekends off, but I do these because I don't care. Like it's fun. I get to meet all these people that I would never otherwise never meet. So I think it's really magical.
No, it's really cool because it's not too much of a stretch to go on a virtual Zoom call or something to meet people and talk with people because what are you doing? I mean, how much better? You don't have to spend any money except for like, paying to join you, right? But it's less than what you'd probably spend going on a date. And you don't have to leave your house. You have the comfort of your home. You can leave whenever you want, and no one's going to say boo. When you're in a restaurant or a bar or a coffee shop and you're like, I want to get out of here, people will notice. You're like, how do you get out? So this is very non confrontational. It is easy. I know that you manage things in a way that everyone feels comfortable. And if you're introverted, like you don't like to talk at all, you'll make sure that everyone gets to talk. And there's always that person, no matter how introverted you are, there's always that person you kind of gravitate towards. So I can imagine it happens here too. You're just like, I want to talk with you. Make me feel comfortable, and then I'll talk with everybody else. And you might be that person.
Yeah, well, because I've been doing these for so long, I follow a structure, right? And so it's meant to be for anybody. I have a lot of introverts that come to these, and I know it's getting out of your comfort zone for some people. I know it and I recognize that. And so, it's just about trying something new and thinking, what's the worst that can happen? Right. So everyone has, like, I give my little talk at the beginning, and then I have a set of questions that everyone answers. So I call the first person out, they answer the questions, and then I go on to the second person and so on. And all while this is happening, people are chatting in the chat box. And so I ask questions and then everyone answers them in the chat. And then we all talk. And it works. Like, it's really, these are supposed to be an hour, but I would say that 90% of the time they ended up being like an hour and a half because everyone was having a great time. I'm like, I don't want to end this, right? And so, so it's not like I'm saying you're going to go to this and you're going to meet the love of your life. You could. It's a possibility. You never know. But the goal is to connect, right? So if you go into one of these events with the right mindset, you're going to walk away like having spent an hour or an hour and a half with awesome people. And again, you cannot go into a bar, you cannot go into a restaurant and meet that many vegan singles at once, right? So at the event, what happens is I go in my Find Bunch Love Facebook group, and if you're vegan and single and on Facebook, you gotta join the group, okay? So you join the group. I go in the group after the event, and then I post connect with people from the sci-fi hangout here, and then everyone who attended leaves a comment there. And I do it that way because for me, it's really important that people during the Zoom hangout don't feel on the spot by people asking them for their contact information. And I say there's no exchange of contact information in this hangout. If you want to connect with people, go in the group and see if there's interest there. So I'm really, really, conscious of that, of making it a safe space for everyone.
No, that's important. It's incredibly important because when you go back onto Facebook, you can send like a message, and then people can look in their, their message request box if you're not friends already. And then you can decide whether you want to talk with the person. If it's a nice thing to do, just so everyone knows, don't ghost the person. Just be honest and be mature enough on the other side if the person's not interested to be like gracious. Because, the most uncomfortable thing is when you think coming on to you and you don't want it, and then you kind of tell them, I'm sorry, but I'm not interested, and then they get all defensive and start attacking you. Please don't do that. It's okay. Not everyone likes one another. Maybe friends is not a bad thing. Maybe in time it could get to be something else. But just, you know, to be blunt, I like this saying, just don't be a dick. It goes both ways. Just be a decent human being.
Yeah, that's what I say to all my clients, to just be open and honest. And I actually did a video about ghosting a couple of weeks ago. So in my group, I go live every week, and it's a different topic every week. Last week was like especially really, really special because I had a vegan clinical psychologist who is also a hypnotherapist. We did a live video together, and we talked about how your subconscious mind affects your love life. So we talked about some pretty deep stuff. And it's really exciting because starting in January, Dr. Q, the psychologist I did the video with, he's going to be joining my team. So he's going to be coming on the team, and he's going to be participating in the weekly group coaching calls that I do with my clients. So really, really excited about that because it's going to add like an extra element, and my clients who are part of this program will be able to ask him questions, and he's going to be there as a resource. So really, really excited about that. And so I have a couple of new programs that I've launched because again, I'm always about like creating new stuff so that I can help out as many people as I can. And so the program is going to be starting on Monday, January 4th. It's going to be either an 8 to 10 weeks, depending on the package that you get. And that's when Dr. Q is going to be starting to join the calls. And so I'll have him, the psychologist and hypnotherapist, and I also have an astrologist. So for those of you who are into astrology, Nadia, is also part of my team, has been part of my program for the last couple of months, and my clients have loved it. So I'm all again about adding these different layers with the goal of helping you find love. So it's all about discovering yourself, knowing more about yourself. That insight is so powerful. So that's what I mean by I'm teaching you how to become your own matchmaker. So, you get a better understanding of yourself. I did another live video with a therapist a couple of weeks ago. We talked about love languages and attachment styles. So knowing these things, it's like all pieces to the puzzle that you put together to help you on your search for love. And it works, you guys, okay? I'm telling you. Just like, back to the Zoom hangouts, I've had people meet in these Zoom hangouts and start a relationship. Okay? So it can absolutely happen, right? I make no promises, I make no claims, I make no guarantees. I'm totally, into saying I make no promises, but there's always a potential, right? And so, but if you're just sitting at home and you're not taking a proactive approach in finding love, you may still find love, but probably not as fast. And, you're increasing your chances by being proactive. So I've had people meet in these Zoom hangouts and connect. And I've had people in my program meet. Both of my clients meet through the program. They met through, the weekly group coaching calls on Zoom, and now they're dating. And that's happened to more than one client. And it's amazing. So it is like, I'm here to give people hope. Like wherever you are, whatever stage you're at, if you want to share life with a partner, there is hope. It is absolutely possible. You just need to have the right mindset. And that's my mission. I'm a total relationship person. I absolutely love being in a relationship. Yes, it's hard. Yes, you have to put in the time and the effort, but that's why I'm so committed to helping people.
No, it's you touch on everything that is important for people to know, and as someone that helps you on your end, and also coming with a counseling degree on the backside of me, you know, a lot of the comments in the posts have to do with when you're ready, if you're ready to find love, then come on over. I'll help you with that journey. But if and when you're ready, because if you're not, if you've been burned or you're hurt or you're mourning a relationship or whatever it is, it's okay. Take the time, get healthy, get ready, because you kind of go into that new relationship and it might be like the best person in the world, but if you're not ready, you're probably doomed to fail. And that hurts even more than just, it's okay to be alone. There's nothing wrong with it. It's something that I feel like every person needs to learn. It's okay to be alone and learning to be by yourself and amuse yourself and pass time. And it's incredibly healthy to learn that skill. I believe it's a skill. I had to learn it. I learned it when I lived in California. And it's been something I cherish ever since, because I know if you put me into a box, I can amuse myself and make time pass for as long as I need. Phone helps, but I mean, I'm good with me, and I had to learn that because I was a jump to relationship person, moved to the next one before the other one ended type person, and it doesn't work.
Yeah, and thank you for sharing that, because that is my message for people too. There is a right time and a place for a relationship. And if you are in a place where you're unhappy, and you feel like you need a partner in order to be happy, you will totally attract the wrong kind of love. And it's like, what's even the point? And I've seen far too many people, unfortunately, have this happen to, right?
Yep.
So that's why I place such a big emphasis, and I help people get ready, right? So my program is totally about the self development, the deep inner work, to really be able to let go And that's why like week number one is called letting go. Far too many people unfortunately have had bad breakups, like you said, and they are holding on to that. And what happens when you are holding on to something is it's keeping you stuck. It's preventing you from moving forward, even though you want to move forward. So you absolutely have to be able to let go to get that fresh start, right? So that's why it's so important. Like the more time that you spend on yourself, and yes, you have to be okay being by yourself because it's going to make you so much more confident and feel so much more powerful knowing that you can absolutely be single, be alone, and be okay with it and enjoy it. You have to be at that spot in order to have that healthy and happy relationship with someone. It's really the only way, or else you're just going to end up having bad relationship after bad relationship, and no one wants that.
And it's really attractive too, to be independent and to have the security and the confidence to carry yourself and not jump at just somebody who likes you. Yes, a lot of people are going to like you and a lot of people are going to hate you too. But a lot of people are going to like you that you just don't like back like that. And the maturity of knowing how to handle that, which we've already touched on. And it's fantastic to feel like all these people like me, and part of that is because of what you exude out into the universe, your energy. That's like
Uh,
so key.
yeah, yeah. But then on the other side of this is the people who have been single for a very long time, and then they become really really picky and have unrealistic expectations because they say that they don't want to settle, right? and and that's a hard place to be, right? You should never settle. Never settle. Life is way too short for that. But if you are telling yourself that you are too picky, that you're this and this and that, these are stories that you're internalizing, and you actually start believing it, right? And that's why I'm such a huge advocate for positive thinking, positive affirmations, manifestations, all those things. Because if you're constantly telling yourself, I'm too picky, I'm not worthy, I'm not lovable, all these things, your subconscious mind is actually going to believe it.
Yeah.
And that's not going to help you, right?
Yeah.
So if you want love and you want it for the right reasons, you have to, it's important to get to that right mindset.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And as a coach, you're not there to tell people what to do. You're there to just kind of guide them for them to figure things out for themselves, not do it for them. This isn't about Lee telling you what you should do, what you should feel, and what you mean. This is you figuring out how you feel, what you feel you should do, and what you mean, and your intentions, and your feelings, and your desires.
Exactly. And thank you for saying that because, you know, I'm just here as a guide. I'm just here to give people a fresh perspective. It's not my way or the highway. I don't tell people what to do. I just give them my insight based on my journey, based on my learning, based on my experience of working with vegan singles for so long. And I've been part of many coaching programs, personal development. Like I live and breathe all that stuff, because it's really important for me, to be able to coach my clients and serve my clients, even more for me to do the deep inner work myself. And that's hard. Being a coach is hard because you are constantly having to be vulnerable and expose your own shit and tell people about it, because that's how people connect with you, and they're like, oh yeah, she's been through some hard stuff, she knows what she's talking about. And so it's hard. Like I've had to re-examine and like reprocess and do all kinds of stuff, but I do it so that I can serve my clients even more. So yeah.
No, that's awesome. Oh, you're not frozen. Okay, good. So let's kind of go into some really cool stuff that's coming up in regards to the plant based network. Now we've
Yes.
got a call next week, which I'm super excited about. But what's going on with the plant based network? And for all you
Okay.
singles out there.
So, and I'm going to backtrack a bit to the first thing I did. Well, I was trying to do with the plant-based network was I came up with this idea of doing the blind love experiment. So I had one of my clients, Joe, who is back on the market, by the way, for anybody who knows who I'm talking about. And so we did. My idea was, I hate the dating apps. I really believe that you can develop a connection with someone without ever seeing their face, right? And so the whole idea with that was I brought Joe on and I found 3 amazing potential matches for him. So these were women that were in my Vegula vault that I found, that I interviewed, that I talked to at length, and thought, all of these could be great potential matches. So the show was Joe had to, like, we interviewed them, and then Joe had to pick the woman that he felt the most connected to. Anyways, it was supposed to go on the plant-based network. However, due to technical difficulties, it did not make it there because the quality was like too crappy. But it was really fun. We had a great time. And so, but it was a lot of production. It was a lot of moving pieces, and it was just like it was too much. And then I came up with this idea literally like 2 weeks ago, where I wanted to do a modern take on the personalized classified ads. So back in the day, people used to place classified ads in the newspapers saying, male seeking for blah, 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 female seeking. And it worked. I actually have a client who met his wife like that. And so I want to do a modern version. And so I have all these clients, right, who I'm helping them on their search for love. And I'm always trying to be creative in how I do this. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to do a live dating show. It's going to be multi-streamed on Plant-Based Network, Veggie Magazine, my pages. And I'm going to come on and I'm going to introduce my clients one by one. My clients I'm going to ask them questions. They are going to talk about themselves, all live. And then people watching will be able to leave comments and ask them questions. And then if someone watching is interested in one of my clients, they fill out a profile in my Veggie Vault. I will check it out. If I think it's a good fit, I will reach out. And then I will talk to my client and then make the introduction if it's mutually agreed upon. So yeah, super excited. Again, the idea is to reach as many vegan singles as possible. My clients are amazing people. And I would say that 90% of them are open to meeting someone anywhere because love is no zip code. Okay. So, and so my plan is to make this a monthly thing. So a monthly live dating show. And then as part of one of my new packages that I just launched last week, that's going to be one of the perks. So you get this package, you're working with me, I'm helping you put yourself out there. And one of the ways is to be part of my vegan dating show. So yeah, really excited.
Wow, that's going to be pretty wild. And, getting in front of the camera, even for something like this, a lot of people who come on are very nervous. And I just say, you're just talking to me. If people could be watching, that's okay. And a lot of times people just sit and watch me have a dialogue with people that I know really well. That gets kind of personal. We're just like going back and forth, and it's just like, oh, people are watching too. That's okay. It's genuine, incredibly genuine. So you're
Right.
basically asking for these people to come on and just be themselves. And then, hey, world, because it's the world, do you like me? If you like me, then go, like, reach out. One of my
Yeah.
cats is
And
here.
video dating where it's at these days, especially because of COVID. So I coach my clients on how to feel more comfortable on camera. I've hosted, video dating one-on-one workshops. I give people tools and tips and advice on how to have amazing video dates. So I'm going to be coaching my clients on how to present themselves, what kinds of things to say, not say. And yeah, it's just going to be, laid back and casual. And some of my clients will have their camera turned off because they don't quite feel comfortable being on camera, but that's totally fine because you will still be able to connect with their voice. And that's what I tell my clients. So if you're watching this and you're interested in working with me and you're interested in this, again, camera off is totally a possibility. So again, people will hear the voice, and you can tell a lot by someone's voice, right? Their expression and all that kind of stuff. So it's still gonna work. So yeah, I can't wait to do it. And that's going to be first week of December, by the way, because we want to do it before the holidays.
Wow. That's gonna. No wonder why we have a meeting next week. Okay, we'll make that happen. I think that's gonna be really cool. It gives people more opportunity. And for those of you who are afraid of that long distance thing, well, the internet really helps with that. So do phones, because I did long distance. I mean, between North Carolina and New York for over a year, for a while, and there's travel involved. Clearly, if you do long distance, you have to be willing to travel. I know people that did it between the United States and England, and they got married. So it's possible. And the internet. This right here is the connection that you can keep up. In between actually seeing the person. And plus, I liked it because you didn't have to worry about someone just popping over. It sounds terrible, but you just knew when you're going to spend time, and then you get to the point where you're like, I really want to spend more time with you. And he's here now, so it's all good. But that
Works.
it
Yeah,
works. It can work.
that's why, yes, it does require more time and effort. But what I always tell my clients is the pool of vegan singles is small. It is small. We're just one percentage of the population, right? Well, that's vegan. That's not even single. So it
Right.
might be even smaller. I don't know. Small percentage. So you want to open as many doors as possible instead of closing them. Why would you pass up the opportunity of meeting a special someone? Like, let's say you meet someone, they live, in the West Coast or in the East Coast, and you have an amazing connection. Why would you want to give that up just because of location? I mean, it's 2020, almost 2021. Lots of people are working remotely, especially because of COVID. Why not just explore the opportunity? It can absolutely work. And if you've tried it in the past, a long distance relationship, and it hasn't worked for you, and you're like, oh, it doesn't work, it was too hard. Well, no two people are alike, and no two relationship are alike. So you don't know. And so that's a limiting belief, right? And limiting beliefs are, it's a pretty big thing that I work on with my clients, because a lot of people have limiting beliefs. And so again, it's about just being open, being playful, exploring whatever opportunities life throws at you, right? So you got to go after what you want. I see too many well-intentioned people saying they want to find love, but they're not doing anything. They honestly expect their vegan boyfriend or girlfriend to just knock on their door one day. Hey, it can happen. I believe in miracles. It's not as likely to happen as if
Right.
you are putting in the time and the effort. And that's what all my clients do. And that's why all my clients are successful in one way or another. My clients, they get opportunities that they would never otherwise get before. Right. So you gotta take risks. You gotta take chances. You have to go after what you want.
You're right. And just because one relationship didn't work out doesn't mean that the next one it just doesn't mean the next one won't work out also, because the way you feel towards somebody is indicative of the effort that you'll put forth to make the relationship work. And sadly, you didn't it with this one person, but you might go over the moon for this other one. And that person needs to go over the moon with you too, so that you're kind of like on equal playing fields. But it's amazing to me, in a number of relationships I've been in, that I know the difference. I see the difference in what I was willing to do with one person, and I'm like, you want to do that with the next one? Okay, let's do it. I mean, that's all comes down to feelings and compatibility and trust, communication, and just I mean, compatibility, trust, communication, and the love stems from there. I mean, that's the foundation. As you get older, those things become more and more important because you're older. And I say that at 50. So it matters as opposed to when you're 20, 21, 25. Different stages, but
What all did you say you are?
50.
What?
Almost 51, December.
Seriously? I had no idea. Isn't being vegan amazing? Like we all look, we actually are.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with my gene pool for like what I inherited to. I mean, I equate it to being vegan and healthy and not really a sun person. But let's before everyone like goes away because I know that we have to end this soon. What I'd like you to do, if you're interested in the Zoom hangout that's at 5 p.m., it's like right after this. It will just send you the Zoom link as soon as we hang up. You can, like, the first two people to write in the comments. What do we want them to write in the comments? Like, but maybe because we went with like your dream board type thing, maybe put what you would like to see happen for you out into the universe by putting it into our comments. And the first two people to do that want to go to the Zoom call at 5, go now. Put the comments. And then also if you're not in the group Find Veg Love, join that too. We'll make sure you do that at some point, especially if you join the Zoom call. You'll definitely get there. So tell us what your dream vision is for your relationship world in the comments, and we'll pick the first two. Go. So Vic said hi with a wave. I just don't want to ignore you completely, Vic, because we were in the middle of talking. So waving back.
And before I forget, also, I want to tell you guys about a free class that I've put together. Okay. So I call it Cupid class. And I drop a bunch of truth bombs in there. Okay. It's totally free. It's about 35 minutes long. So you'll want to watch it when you have time to really let it sink in and think about it. Okay. So you go to findveglove.com/Cupid class. You pop in your email address and then you will get instant access to the class. And I would love to hear your thoughts on the class. Okay. So do that, leave me a message, send me an email, join my group, get in touch with me somehow, and let me know your thoughts. Okay, I would love to hear them. And again, like we said, if you're single, join my group. That's a great way to connect with me. And if you're interested in exploring the possibility of us working together, I absolutely love getting on calls with people. Okay, but you have to be single, you have to be vegan, and you have to be committed to putting in the time and the effort. It's not that I don't want to work with everybody, but in order for my program to be successful for you, you have to be willing to play an active role, be an active participant. Okay, this is very much a team approach where you and I are working together to help you find love. All right, so if that sounds like you can book a call, findveglove.com/Calendly. And again, you can add me as a friend on Facebook. I love having as many vegan friends as I can so I can fill up my feed with amazing vegans. Okay, so add me on Facebook, get in touch with me, and let me know how I might be able to help you in your search for love.
No, that's awesome. And we have Ini. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Ini, I'm not sure. A supportive partner that is self-realized is my dream candidate for a relationship.
Oh, it's Innie. I know her.
Okay. Okay, cool. You could just send her the link then.
Awesome. Cool.
That's a great thing, a supportive partner that is self-realized. Self-realized. Ah, yeah. It takes time and it takes effort and it takes energy on both your parts.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, is it, people, a lot of people, part of the relationship thing is you kind of grow together and being willing to grow together, and it's sometimes being at different stages. Sometimes you have to catch up, sometimes you move forward. Like, you just kind of, I mean, it's a long-term thing that takes time and energy and effort, and It's not always great. Sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's okay, sometimes spectacular. And that's all right because that's life and that's relationships. Business, personal, friendship, relationship, lover. All of them vacillate and go up and down. Oh, she says hi. There you go. Hi.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about how you handle those setbacks, those obstacles.
Yep, those peaks and
We've
valleys.
all,
Yep.
yeah, we've all been through stuff. All of us. I was married for 15 years and went through a divorce. That was hard. It was really, really hard. And I could have been resentful and bitter and jaded and mad at life because life didn't turn out the way that I thought it would. But I knew that there was so much more to life. I knew my life was not over. I knew I wanted to start that new chapter. So I let it go. I forgave myself for all everything. And so that's why I focus so much on just being able to let go of everything, start fresh by letting it go. And again, you are not doomed. There is hope for you, okay, if you want to, and if you are ready and committed to change. That's the key.
Oh, definitely. You know, your sins of your past don't have to carry forward into your future. The most important thing is that you learn from them and don't do them again. That's 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 what you have to do. And being able to communicate to someone that you know that you did wrong and that you knew that was wrong is is an incredible skill and self-awareness that you can bring forward. It does scare people because most people don't have that. But if you can develop that, that's a great thing to have.
100%. I mean, it's holding on to shame and guilt and resentment, holding on to that bad energy will not serve you. It's just going to hold you back. Right. And I know sometimes it's easier said than done, but it is absolutely possible to be able to move past it. Okay. You just have to be putting in the time and the effort. And this is actually, we covered this in the live video with Dr. Q about just letting go of that stuff. And he, I would love for you guys to watch that video if you're single and you're vegan. It's in my group. Him and I were just so aligned on so many things, and it was so amazing to have a psychologist. I'm not a psychologist. I don't claim to be. I'm not a therapist, right? But everything he was saying, the exercises that he has his clients do are exercises that I have my clients do. And we were just so on the same page on so many things, and it was freaking amazing. So yeah, I'm really excited for that collaboration with him.
Yeah, no, it sounds fantastic because the more you can offer, the more value you have in your services. And like you said, the whole goal is to help people find love, find vegan love, and it's possible. It really is possible. And sometimes you start out with someone who's not vegan. It does happen. And that person is vegan friendly, you know, becomes vegan themselves, becomes vegetarian on their way. My biggest and best piece of advice for anybody is don't push. Let people go at their own pace. Lead by example. If you lead by example with veganism, people, unless they're completely closed off, head in the ground, will realize that there's something to it. The planet, the animals, and their health. Whatever that grabs them first is what grabs them first. But if you lead by example, they're going to start asking questions. I promise.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And on that note, I want to say that although I've been vegan for the animals for almost 16 years now, I am totally non judgmental when it comes to my clients pursuing whoever they want. I work exclusively with vegetarians and vegans, but if someone, wants to date someone who ends up falling in love with someone who's not vegan, I fully support all of my clients wherever they are on their journey. I really believe in leading by example, like you said, and not being judgmental. So I support anyone whatever journey they are on. So that's really important to me because I think that there is far too much negativity in the vegan scene, especially in a lot of Facebook groups, and I'm not down with that. So my group has a zero tolerance policy for any BS, any negativity, nothing. I just delete, delete, delete.
Yep.
So
Yep. Today alone, 3. So, yeah, no, just like it just comes down to once again, even though you're on the internet, don't be a dick. Just keyboard warrior, just be a nice human being. If you wouldn't want it said to you, don't say it to somebody else. Type it out, read it again. If you have any questions, if there's a big question mark in your head, delete button. Delete button's your friend. It's okay. And we've had a lot of that in this country for the last 3 months, 6 months, 4 years. There's been a lot going on over here. And our hope is that, as you Canadian are our neighbors, our hope is that we'll get our shit together over here now. And be better people to the world and to one another, which is important. But I know you have to go because you have something starting in 14 minutes. Thank you so much for joining us again. This was great. I've really enjoyed being able to interact with you as opposed to last time. I couldn't. So, and then are you going to send the Zoom link to Innie since you know her?
yes, any, I believe you said that you weren't a sci-fi nerd, so it may not be a good fit, but let me know. If you want to come, you are welcome to come. And again, if you guys want to check out the upcoming Zoom hangouts that I have, the best way to find out is in my Find Veg Love Facebook group. Also, if you get on my email list. So if you sign up for the Cupid class or you sign up for my Veg Love Vault, you will automatically be added to my email list, which, as you probably know, you can unsubscribe to at any point. Okay, there's no commitment to being on the list, but being on my email list will ensure that you find out about all the awesome things I have coming up, like my live videos, the live vegan dating shows. So again, I'm all about providing value. I give lots of dating advice in my emails, and you find out about my upcoming Zoom events as well. Okay, so get on that list if you want to get notified. If you don't, go in the group and it'll be just as good. So thank you so much, everyone. And again, feel free to reach out to me, send me a DM, send me an email, however you want to get in touch with me. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much.
Are you welcome, Karen? Enjoy the Zoom call. I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun. And I will. I'm sure I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Bye. All
Okay,
right.
bye.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us today. This was great. This was a. If you're single and you're vegan, vegetarian, veg curious, get in touch with Karen. Findveglove.com. Find Veglove on all social media, and that'll be great for you. I think I might be able to get through this without my dogs barking. All right. So once again, please wear a mask. Oops, let's put it on the correct way. It goes over your nose, under your chin, and we have our farm animals that are not its. They are he and she. Over your nose like this, not like this, not like this, not like this, but actually wear it correctly. The only way to have it work is to wear it correctly, because that's important because you don't want to get COVID. And then let's finish out by saying, let's be kind and loving towards one another. It's incredibly important that we come together as we move forward. So, other than that, I will see you. Oh gosh, let's see who's next week. On the 12th, we have Annie, and she is a like vegan gluten-free baker who's over like in the I think in South Carolina. So she'll be on. It'll be cool because food. And then I'm pretty sure on Sunday, Carrie LeBlanc, Las Vegas Veg Fest organizer and another nonprofit person who looks to save elephants, will be Compassion Works, I think is the name of the nonprofit, will be with us on Sunday. Both are at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next week. And wear your mask, social distance, wash your hands, and be kind. Bye.